Hello, this is Hector Davis discussing the public service announcement of today, which will be Alzheimer's. I will discuss how it affects the human population, the cause and effect, social implications, cures and treatments, and the costs. The impact of Alzheimer's disease is great on the human population, as it is the most common form of dementia. There is no cure for the disease, it just gets worse until the person dies. It was first described by the German psychiatrist Ellis Alzheimer, and the Alzheimer part was given to his last name. As of right now, people with Alzheimer's over 65 years of age, or with 65 years of age, there are 26.6 million people worldwide, and this number is expected to expand greatly by the year 2050, so this would be a true impact on the human population, as when someone gets Alzheimer's, they will die. For the cause and effect of this disorder, Alzheimer's, it is genetic, and what that means is you are inheriting it from your parents or grandparents, as an allele is passed down from generation to generation. And also it has to do with your diet and such, because if you have a bad diet, then the proteins in the brain which fold and are folded improperly will lead to Alzheimer's. In a way, Alzheimer's could be described as an epidemic, but the definition of an epidemic would be it is affecting many persons at the same time and spreading from person to person in a locality where the disease is not permanently prevalent. So, the first issue with Alzheimer's being an epidemic would be it does not spread. It spreads, but that's through breeding and genetics. And it also, through the localities, it's pretty much prevalent in many places, but then again, that's all through being born with a strong genetic deposition. But on the flip side, there are many people affected by Alzheimer's as they do grow up and get older. Now, as for the social implications of this, would be first, the major social implication would be the people with Alzheimer's, as like if they are really who gets to take care of them, who takes care of them. That is a big issue with many families, as some do not have the means or the time to try, and therefore without the person with Alzheimer's not being able to take care of themselves, this would be a really big issue, and they will probably die earlier if not given proper treatment. Another social implication would be to the fact that with how technology is advancing, you can pretty much screen someone for their genetics. And if the way that works is Alzheimer's would have like a specific code in the genetic genome, and it might differ a little bit, but you can pretty much look at a person's DNA and you'll be able to tell if that person has Alzheimer's or will get Alzheimer's or has a very, very strong genetic deposition to get it. And that could lead towards many social implications, like if the wrong people were to get it, like if companies or life insurances were to get their hands on this, they could basically discriminate against people with a very strong genetic deposition with Alzheimer's, and then they would not be covered. And as they grow older, and if they did get Alzheimer's, they'd be the one that would need the health insurance the most, and they would not have it. For Alzheimer's, as for the cures and treatments, there is currently no cure for Alzheimer's, so the only thing you can do is try and treat it. You can go about this many ways, or try to, but the only real treatment that would have the most effect would probably be through the use of drugs, such as chole and stray inhibitors like Arcicept, Cognex, Exelon, and Razidin. These inhibitors slow down the breakdown of acetylcholine, which is a very important chemical used by the brain for memory and learning. It also helps to increase the acetylcholine levels in the brain. Although these drugs are good, but they only temporarily work for people with Alzheimer's, and it will slow down Alzheimer's for about half the people that take these drugs, and the progress is slowed down by 6 to 12 months depending on the person. The other things you can do to try and treat the person besides the drugs would be to have a supportive family to be with them at all times, and also to make the home safe for the person with Alzheimer's, or get them somewhere where it would be safe, and help them manage their problems, because they will have sleep and anger problems if they just wake up and they can't remember where they are or who they are or what they're doing there. Also, like, besides those things, you can try to that's pretty much all you can do.